HimGra Italtex Design's Icon Call to Creative contest, I'd like to invite Madhumita. Over to you, Madhumita.
Hi. Hello, everybody, and good evening. Thank you, Arpita, for leading the webinar so well so far, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. So I would like to start by sharing the contest brief first, so that the rules and the structure of the contest are clear. So first of all, the HimGra Italtex Design for Icon contest. The purpose and vision of this contest is to celebrate fashion as a force for climate justice. As Katie sir had explained, and as all of us know, every day we are reading in the newspapers and listening from various podcasts and media outlets that fast fashion is one of the most polluting industries in the world. And unfortunately, countries like ours, India, Bangladesh, like the global south, we are the countries which are the manufacturing hubs for these kind of fast fashion products. And although it is one of the biggest employers in terms of industry, it is also one of the biggest polluters, and we are facing the wrath of climate change the most. We could see that everyday temperatures are rising, the sea levels are rising, there is unexpected floods and unexpected seasonal changes, so on and so forth. So I think it is our responsibility for ourselves and for our future generations to reshape this narrative, take fashion as a force to voice for climate justice. So that is one of the primary purpose of this contest. And the second one is to nurture earth conscious design talent. So far in the fashion industry, we have seen so many creatives, so many iconic designers who have presented innovative designs on the runways of Paris, Milan, so on and so forth. But today, creativity is closely linked to sustainability because we are at a tipping point. So it's no longer just about creativity. It's no longer just about silhouettes and fabrics and innovative design. It's also about how all of these things are linked to sustainability and circularity. And the third purpose is to build a future-forward design community around HimGra innovation. So again, fashion is also building a fashion brand is also about building a community, because we can build a fashion brand, but if we don't have a community who's going to listen to us, who's going to buy from us, then there is no point of creating a fashion brand. So all these points are very, very tied to each other. And we really hope that this contest will bring much more awareness and motivation to conscious designers. So that is the purpose and vision of this contest. And then quickly on who is eligible for participation. So if you're a fashion design student from partnered and invited institutes, there's an entry fee of 500 INR to participate in the contest. Meanwhile, from the fashion institutes and fashion schools, if you want to nominate your existing students or alumni, you're allowed to nominate one team or one designer for free. The next is if you're an independent emerging designer. So who's an independent emerging designer? If you have your own brand, or if you have been working as a freelancer for up to from between 1 to 3 years, then you qualify as an independent emerging designer. And the entry fee for you would be 1,500 INR to participate in the contest. And if you have over 3 years of experience, then the contest fee will increase up to 2,500 INR. The contest is also very much open to international students and designers for an entry fee of 100 USD. Then talking about the key stages and timeline of the contest, expression of interest and filling out the registration form to participate in the contest. The deadline is set at 30th of April. And then the lookbook and concept submission, maximum 2 design concepts using HimGra fabrics from the Italtex lookbook. The deadline for this is May 15th. Then you get mentorship as well as part of the contest. All the participants get mentor guidance from industry experts. And that would be between the period of between the months of May to June. Then we will have a jury evaluation where the jury would evaluate your lookbooks and your concepts based on certain criteria, which we will also talk about. And then we will have a jury and public voting on your lookbook and concepts. And that will happen around the last week of June. Then the shortlisted candidates will be given HimGra fabrics for sample making. And this will happen between the months of July to August. And then the showcase and recognition will be around the month of September. So this is what we are aiming for. So just, and we will also send out these details to all the participants. Then to talk briefly about the managing committee of this competition. The competition will be headed by Dr. Vishaka Karnad, who will be mentoring and who will be the head of all the mentors and an arbitrator. And myself, I will be the jury coordinator. Then we have Ms. Varsha Sundaram, who will be managing the participants. And then our own Arpita Rai, who will be handling all the communications regarding the contest. And for the submission guidelines, the concepts and the lookbooks that you create should use the HimGra fabric. So the lookbook provides all the swatch options, the Italtex lookbook. It provides you with all the different fabric options. And your concepts should definitely use these fabrics only. And each designer can submit a maximum of 2 looks. Your designs, make sure that they reflect luxury and timeless style. So they shouldn't be trend driven. They should be much more classic and timeless. They should focus on sustainability, which we will talk in detail soon. And then there should be a cultural or local storytelling aspect attached to this. And the evaluation criteria, more points will be given to originality of concept and design. Then the relevance to HimGra values, whether it comes to climate change, climate action, local craftsmanship, employing local communities, so on and so forth, and circularity of the product. And then there will be like feasibility and finishing for final selection, because your products should not just look good, but they should also be feasible for production. So we will also evaluate your work based on that. And then finally, it's the presentation and storytelling, because every product needs a good story, as we all know. So how you're going to present and store and what impactful story are you going to back it up with? That is going to be very, very important. We will also share the evaluation grid later. Then with respect to mentorship and jury involvement, mentors, our team of esteemed mentors will help shortlist the designers, will help the shortlisted designers to refine their concepts and sourcing. Because we come, all of us, the jury members, we have with us a wealth of expertise and experience in different parts of the fashion product development. So we believe that we could help and guide you through the concepts and through sourcing and what kind of bottlenecks you will face during this process. And then the jury members will evaluate the final works based on the evaluation criteria I had discussed before. And then we will also have some interaction sessions with mentors during the Fashion Revolution Week and beyond. So this is not just going to be a one-time thing. This is going to be a continuous and a more sustainable collaboration with HimGra. As I said before, we are all about building a community here. So that is what we are aiming for. And then the final and the most exciting part is recognition. So top 3 designers will be titled HimGra Icons of 2025. We will also you will also get this amazing opportunity to have the Italtex Trend Book 26-27, which is worth 1,360 euros for the first prizes. In addition to that, you will also have certificates and opportunities to feature in podcasts and media, and to collaborate with the various HimGra League brands. And as I said before, this is not just a one-time opportunity. This is going to be a great and exciting opportunity to be a long-term partner with HimGra, which includes exposure to various global competitions and presentations, so on and so forth. So in short, that is a brief about the contest details, and the mentorship and evaluation and recognition. But I would also like to go a bit deeper into some inspiration and how we can develop sustainable and circular products. So I would like to share my screen. Yes. So when we are picking the icon or a muse for our collections, it's always very, very important to pick your muse whose values, whose personal branding and values aligns with HimGra. Because HimGra is, as we all know, is an award-winning, sustainable, innovative fabric. And we want to pick our muses whose values align with the values of the HimGra brand. So this is just a few inspirations that I have picked out. You don't have any obligation to pick these muses. You can pick anybody, but just make sure that, as I said before, their values align with what you're trying to do. For example, Emma Watson, as we all know, famously Hermione from Harry Potter. She is a climate action warrior. So she, not just through her red carpet appearances, but also through her continued participation with various actions towards climate change, has shown us that what power and privilege can do to our society and the world at large in a good way, right? So she has consistently championed sustainable fashion, making eco-conscious choices on the red carpet and beyond. So these 2 looks which she wore on the red carpet, the first look, as you can see, was worn by her during the Met Gala, and in partnership with Calvin Klein. And this entire look, this entire dress, was produced from recycled plastic bottles. She has also been one of the pioneers in wearing vintage looks on the red carpets. So this is one icon celebrity in the international stage who has consistently displayed her values and actions towards climate action. And then the second example that I would like to share is Bhumi Pednekar, who is our India-focused Bollywood icon. And she is also a very prominent advocate for sustainable fashion. She consistently showcases eco-friendly choices on various platforms. So the first look, as you can see here, the skirt is made from a repurposed rug. And the second look, this gray silver lehenga, has been completely made from repurposed recycled materials. Moving on, I wanted to share a bit more about sustainable design. So when you are creating, as a designer, when you are creating a sustainable product, it does not just end with sourcing a sustainable fabric. So in this case, we have HimGra, which is a sustainable fabric, but your design should not just end with picking that, because recyclability, sustainability, circularity, etc., are so much more than just picking the right fabric. You also have to make sure that your patterns, for example, use less fabric. When you're designing, when you're creating your tech packs, always make sure that you're using circular design principles, that you're not wasting excess fabrics in order to produce your garments. Also, make sure that you don't have unnecessary seams, because seam attachments using threads or bonding techniques or other things can lead to a lot of wastage, or can lead to a lot of consumption. So this is one brand which I've been following for a very long time. They've been worn by various celebrities like Zendaya, Cardi B, so on and so forth. And they are Dipetza. So they do this very creative surface manipulation, wherein just by manipulating the fabric, they attain this kind of wet look. So this is one way of circular design, where you don't use too many different components to create your garment. You just use fabric as your primary component, and you do a lot of like different surface manipulations in order to achieve a very, very groundbreaking look. So that's what I meant when I said creativity should link up with sustainability. So sustainability should start from the very first place of design development. It shouldn't be an afterthought. It should be the seed of your development. So use your creativity in how we can minimize trims, and how we can minimize consumption, how we can cut the pattern so a lot of fabric is not wasted, how we can blend these fabrics together, how we can make these fabrics come together, how we can use monomaterial trims, so on and so forth, because sustainability just does not end with fabric sourcing. Another great example is this brand Hodakova, and they make garments entirely from waste trims. So the first look that you see here is made from waste or discarded zippers. They have made this beautiful dress from discarded zippers alone. And then you have the second dress, which is made entirely from discarded belts and belt loops, and the third look as well. So waste can be transferred into treasure. So when you are designing using HimGra fabric, also make sure that where are you sourcing your buttons from, because there are so many buttons and zippers and trims which are discarded or dead stock. So make sure that you collect them, or you're able to source them and use them in creative ways. It does not have to be used in conventional ways. Like, you can think of different ways of repurposing waste products. So these are the criteria based on which we would select the shortlisted candidates. And now I'm going to stop sharing, and moving on, we would have the introduction of the panel for today. So I just want to check if Mr. Sunil Chawla is in yet. No. Katie, sir, what can we do? Can we start the panel introduction?
Yeah, I think before that we have a screenshot with all.
Yes.
And then we go for the panel discussion.
Should I start with the introduction of the jury, the panel members?
Panel discussion members.
Madhumita, we will just take a screenshot of everyone on the screen, videos on. So we will have one picture together. So after that, you can just start the panel discussion.
Sure.
Okay, so everybody, please switch on your videos so that we can take a screenshot. Okay, some more people are there. Okay, can you Can everybody switch on the cameras? Priya, Vandana, Rani. Okay, let's take a picture. So let's all smile. Yay. Okay, done.